Hey friends, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for checking out my channel again. I really do appreciate it. This, I guess, is the first official vlog of my channel, and I'm excited. It's going to be a recap of my time at C2E2 this year. So yeah, this format is going to be a little bit different than what I'm hoping to do in the future. I'm hoping to kind of record and vlog and narrate more on location and in the moment versus this whole kind of narration voiceover style, but we'll kind of see how things go. Maybe I end up liking this more or that more. I just feel like it might be more entertaining if I do it that way, as well as kind of save a little bit more time. But anyway, let's jump into it. I'm going to run the intro here, and then we'll get into my time at C2E2. All right. Alright friends, like I mentioned, this video is going to be all about my time at C2E2 this year. If you've never been to C2E2, I would definitely recommend going, especially if you're from the Chicagoland area. C2E2 is one of Chicago's biggest and one of my personal favorite cons here in the city. It stands for the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. Although it's not just about comics, it also covers the fandoms of TV, movies, anime, wrestling, gaming, both tabletop and video, and pop culture. So I feel like there really is something for everyone, and there's so much to do there, and I could spend forever listing everything, but some of the major draws are the workshops and panels, celebrity guests, cosplay, the gaming areas, tattooing, and artist alley. And like I said, there's just so much that I can't possibly list everything. And instead of going through the con on a day-by-day basis, I feel like it's best to just give a general overview of the con as a whole, kind of categorizing each part of it and then ending with my favorite part, which is the artist and the awesome pieces that I picked up this year. And yeah, let's just kind of jump into it. So the con itself lasts from Friday through Sunday. Usually it's a weekend in March. This year it was in February. Although my friends and I usually book it to the hotel the night before. It's nice just to be able to get there early and not have to worry about traveling in the morning. Also, having a hotel throughout the weekend is just super nice. Having a home base, and also it's kind of a little staycation for me at least. As we get older, my friends and I all get busier, and it's nice to have something scheduled in advance where we all get to hang out. When we're not attending the con itself, we're hanging out at the hotel, having dinner, drinks, catching up with each other, and that's really always fun and one of my favorite parts, both hanging out with them here, my friends that are here already in the city, as well as, some of my friends that come out from out of town for the con, whether they are attending as guests or are coming to work the con as artists, vendors, things like that. So yeah, my favorite part, half of my favorite part of the con is really just the company and not so much the con itself. But yeah, so lots of hanging out, lots of drinks and dinner. I'm gonna throw up photos and video of shenanigans and all that stuff, so enjoy that. All right, so getting to the con itself, first off, we have the vendor and merch area, which comprises a big portion of the show floor. In the past, we used to spend a lot of time here. Nowadays, we kind of just seek out specific things, check out the con exclusive stuff, and it's always fun to see the Bandai booth with the figures and other collectibles. But we used to spend a lot of time back in the day here, and now it's nice to be able to kind of quickly run through it because it is so easy to spend, the whole con you can just spend there. But now we kind of prioritize panels and artist alley, which is super nice. I feel like we get more of the con experience nowadays, which is awesome. So, and speaking of panels, panel-wise, I was able to catch Adam Savage as well as Mark Ruffalo. Both of those guys were super awesome. They had amazing panels and Q&A. I love hearing the process that they go through in their work, and you can really feel the passion in them. And it's always really heartwarming whenever a kid was asking a question or something. They were really giving their attention to them, and yeah, it was an amazing experience, and really truly loved those panels. So those were the 2 panels I caught this year, and I'm glad I did. So I did want to mention all the cosplay that is at the con. On the main show floor, there is a dedicated area to cosplay, but in reality, the cosplay is all over. There are individuals dressed up everywhere, and everywhere you look, you can see some amazing costumes. Honestly, some of these costumes out there are pretty much like movie set ready, and it's really amazing to see. In fact, this year, Emmy was dressed up as Princess Leia on Friday, and then Chun-Li Saturday, Sunday. I was dressed up as Sokka from The Last Airbender on Friday, and then Aizawa on Saturday. Although I did forget part of my costume, so I ended up doing a casual version of it, but it was still really fun. So yeah, it's really fun to see everyone dressed up, from people of all ages, kids, adults, whomever. Yeah, it's just super fun. All right, so yeah, that's kind of the general gist of my time on the show floor, as well as the few panels I did manage to catch. Obviously, there's stuff I did in between there. There's so much to do on the show floor activity-wise, so, drinks, little games here and there, things like that. And, I do have friends working the show as well, so visiting them and just hanging out with the friends I did come with in general throughout the day. Getting into Artist Alley, which is my favorite thing. Artist Alley is the first thing Emmy and I try to do each year whenever we go to a con, especially because recently we've been doing commissions, and a lot of the times artists will sell out of commission slots or pieces of work, and we don't want to miss out on that. So that's why we really do prioritize that. We really appreciate it being creatives ourselves, and so yeah, that's our favorite part of it. So I'm going to kind of break down different pieces of work and things that I picked up in different sections here. So first off, we have the commissions that we did this year, which I'm holding right here, one of them. So we did 2 commissions this year. One of them we haven't received yet. It's in the mail right now. But this one is from Harmony Gong. Check it out. Amazing. I look so pretty here. So this is me as Sokka from Last Airbender, and then Emmy as Princess Leia. So that's what we were dressed up as at the time when we met Harmony, and she did a freaking amazing job. Probably one of my favorites so far, or not probably, definitely one of my favorites so far. And then we also got a commission from Gabby Ramirez. So that is coming in the mail. I'll try to pop up, a little sketch, the sketch she did of it and sent to us, but the physical print itself is in the mail, and I will update with that when it comes. But thank you to them. Thank you so much. Also, any artists I mentioned, things like that, I will link them down in the description. So please show them some love and check them out. But yeah, so that's the 2 commissions we did this year. Like I said, this has kind of been a tradition for us now. We've been doing commissions of kind of the cosplays we're usually in of the day. So it's a fun little, memento for us to have those. So plan on making a big wall in the future of all of the pieces of art in all the different styles of artists and things like that. And I'm really excited about that. So those are the 2 commissions. And then breaking down the artists into kind of local friends, and then, visiting friends, and then new friends, things like that. So locally, you should definitely go check out Justin and Conrad. I will link to them as well. And if I don't hold up a piece of artwork, I'm going to put one up here on the screen. I've gotten something from all of these guys at one point in my life, so definitely go check them out. Buy something from their shop, support them. So yeah, Justin has his Murder Balloon series, and then if you've followed the NBA or have seen their Instagram or any other social media, you've probably seen some of Conrad's work. Really amazing stuff. But although one of my favorite pieces of his is still the Chance piece that he did. And yeah, so definitely check out those guys. Also check out the guys over at Yeah Comics. They have a physical location up in Skokie, but they are also a publisher. So amazing people up there. Especially if you have a family that and have kids, go check them out. They are definitely kid forward. Yeah Publishing has a bunch of kid specific comics and things like that. So yeah, they have all the normal resources, but especially if you have children and are trying to get them into comics or things like that, that is definitely the place to go check out. So yeah, those are our hometown friends, or a few of our hometown friends here locally in Chicago that were at C2E2. Super fun catching up with them. Getting into some visiting friends who were here this year for Artist Alley. One of them is Domo. We met him in Seattle a few years back, and it is always great to see him and catch up. Great to see him around the con scene and making his way into our hometown. Yeah, all the best of luck to him. I know he's making some big moves in the future. And then also Dustin Nguyen. I actually picked up an original from him this year, so this original sketch, which is awesome. Let me get that into focus here. It's an awesome Batman sketch. Always great to see him and catch up. We became friends with Dustin about 5 years ago when we met here in Chicago. And yeah, each year whenever we see him, whether it be here or in Seattle, we try to spend one day catching up over drinks after one of the con days, and it's always a good time hanging out. Like I said, the people and just hanging out is, half the fun of the con itself, not even, the events officially put on by the con. So this year was no different. Grabbed some drinks with him, all of our friends, and hung out and had White Castle in the end. So yeah, always a good time. All right, and then through Dustin, we met some other amazing artists here, had some good drinks and conversation with them. First off is Sean Murphy, known for Batman White Knight, or that's what I know him for. He made me miss my car a little bit. I recently got rid of my car. He had a gear shifter tattoo on his hand, so we got to talking about cars, and yeah, he made me miss it a little bit. But amazing work by him. Grab this from his booth in Artist Alley. Next, we have Ricardo Ortiz. Ricardo is probably best known for his work in Marvel's Black Panther versus Deadpool, although I couldn't resist picking up this awesome Zelda print. I love the little, how it's like half glossy, half matte here. So awesome piece by him. And then who else? We also met Carlos Giafani. So I was grabbing his comic here. So Carlos is not an artist, but he is the writer of Space Riders, or Strayed is his newest piece. Although, he gave me this sticker here. Let me grab focus. There we go. Carlos has a new comic called Strayed. He gave us a sticker here, although he did sell out of all his comics, which is super cool. Like, I can't fault him for that. So I did pick up his first issue of Space Riders here, which he signed for us. And yeah. So really awesome meeting all those guys, hanging out with them. It's always good to have good conversation and company, and always fun to hear about the in and outs of the industry. Whenever I meet another creative, another artist, especially if they're, freelancing and things like that, it's always nice to hear their side and how things work, and yeah, just interesting, fun conversations overall. And then getting into other things I picked up here at Artist Alley. One of them is this awesome little Filipino song. Let me get that into focus. There we go. Got that from Genevieve Santos, also known as Le Petit Elephant. Does amazing work. She has so many fun little pins and cards and things like that. She just got into vinyl toy making. Got into conversation with her about her newest vinyl toy rice cooker, which looks awesome and which actually did sell out super fast, which is super cool. But go check her out. Other things I got were these two awesome art books from Babs. This first one, we actually wanted to grab prior, but she sold out when we saw her last. So grabbed both her first and second art book, and then this amazing T-shirt from her, which you probably saw in the thumbnail, hopefully. But yeah, so amazing piece of work. Always loved her style and art, and yeah, I really need to be selective about prints now. So having an art book is awesome. I think collecting art books is the way to go nowadays. Last but not least, we have these pieces here from Ken Lashley. So we've got Black Panther, Spider-Man, Harley Quinn, Batman. And it's not even the pieces itself that are super memorable, but the conversation we had with Ken. Last year, Emmy had actually met Ken over at Adobe Max, where he was a speaker, and we wanted to make sure we swung by his table when he was here at C2E2. I'm so happy we did, because we had such a fun conversation with Ken. And it wasn't even about maybe like superheroes, where you might think the conversation would lead, but more about future projects and, his involvement with his daughter, because she wants to be a creator, and how she's involved in his life and, editing his work as well. So it was super cool to see the collaboration and partnership that they had, and how he supports her as an artist, and how he's been getting into anime. And, I didn't think I would come to a con to talk to Ken Lashley about anime, but here we are. And it was just so fun, such a genuine, cool conversation, and super heartwarming to see, everything he does with his daughter. And yeah, one of my favorite conversations for sure, of the con. So that pretty much covers my time at C2E2 this year, although you could really boil down my favorite things to just good company and good conversations, although you can honestly say that about all of my life, because those are my favorite things. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. The next vlog will hopefully be a little more active in terms of my narration and things like that in the moment, versus, talking over B-roll, but we'll see how things go. Like I said, it's an evolution from here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, things like that, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I don't know, I'm just saying things people say at the end of videos now, but do those things if you want. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Yeah, take care. Bye.
You know what you're doing?